Hi, friend. I had to make a video on this because it is completely ridiculous. Have you heard these commercials? I shake my head at these banking commercials because they give you horrible advice. Absolutely horrible advice. There is a commercial that I heard. It's an audio commercial. It wasn't visual, so I didn't see any of the video, but an audio commercial for one of the big banks came on with a very famous actor voicing it over. And that's all fine. It's fine to have a voice actor or somebody very famous do your commercial. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with you doing commercials, but you are giving people bad advice. So let's talk about this commercial. I'll explain a little bit about it and then I'll tell you why it's bad advice. This commercial was saying that our bank can work with you on your budget because we have technology, which again, that's fine. We have technology that will alert you when your bank balance goes below a certain amount. So let's say I set up a notification on my bank that says when my balance, not a transaction, but when my balance drops below a certain amount, let's say in this example, I could say $1,000, then it alerts me. That's fantastic. That's really good because you want to know what's in your bank, what the balance is. Here's the problem. The commercial said when this person, when Jason makes a purchase, there's a notification if the purchase makes the bank balance, the account balance go below $1,000, that works for my budget. Let me tell you, friend, that is not a budget. Getting a notification from your bank because your account balance is below a certain amount of money is not doing a budget. Doing a budget is actually planning for what you are going to be spending, not just am I safe because I have a certain amount in my bank account. Now, if you're working with tens of thousands of dollars and you're like, well, my bank balance goes below $10,000 and I don't have a purpose for that $10,000, then yeah, you have enough margin there to you can do whatever you want. But that's still not a budget. A budget is not getting a notification that your bank balance is below a certain amount. That's ridiculous and really horrible advice when you're talking about a budget. Budgeting is simply planning for where your money is going. So let's do that. Let's plan. Am I going to go out to eat this month? Yes. How much do I want to be spending on eating out this month? $400. Okay. When I start using some money, I have to be tracking that, whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's software, whether it's a ledger, whether it's cash. I don't care. But that is doing a budget. Here's how much I want to be spending, or here's how much I've allotted myself to spend. Here's how much I have been spending throughout the month, and here's how much I have left. If I don't have anything left, I either have to steal from another category, right? Because that's my decision if I want to steal from another category, or I have to say, I'm out of money this month. And so I can't go out to eat, or I can't buy those clothes, or I can't do this or that until the month resets, until I get that next check or that next deposit or whatever. That is doing a budget, not getting a notification from a bank that your account balance is below. Otherwise, you're always going to just be running your financial situation on your bank balance. And that is not financial planning. All right. So I had to go on that rant because just be careful about what these banks and these financial institutions are teaching you about how to manage money and how to handle your money. They don't really care all that much. Some of them do, but most of them don't care about how you manage your money. They just want you to keep your money with them so that they can use your money to make more money. That's just how it works. That is their business. They want to make more money and they get more of us to put more money in their accounts so that they can go and use that money to make more money. All right. So don't just use a bank balance or an account balance to balance your budget, right? That is not a budget. A budget is planning, spending, making sure you have enough money left, that you're not going over, and that's how people end up in credit card recycling debt. All right, friend, take care of your money, make sure you're planning for it, and you'll do well.